Hi guys, come on down. We'll start. Let's do it. Good morning. Good afternoon. We'll start with our heels on the roller. Pull your spine one vertebra at a time. Up and down. And we'll go up and then down and just start waking up your back. Waking up your glutes. And breathing, you can exhale when you go up, and you can inhale when you go down. Exhale up, inhale down. See if your back is starting to feel a little bit warmer. And the next time we're up, we'll just stay. We'll stay here and add a little pulse. 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower. Take the feet out longer, or excuse me, the knees out longer. Your calves are on, and lift up your booty. And this is like a soft knee or a slightly bent knee, but the knees are longer than they are in the traditional bridge. We're going up and down 10 times, even though it's not a very high lift. 6, it's potent, but it's not very high. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then put the feet back in a knee bent position. We're going to lift up a leg and point it to the sky as we go up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, good. 4, 3, 2. Now let that foot down and lift up your other leg, and we're going to go up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let that foot down, curl down, and let's take a little stretch. So hamstrings, hands to your feet, feet to your hands. And I'm going to just remove this little wrap, but we're going to take some abdominals while we're here. So you can, if you have your roller, just make sure it's a little bit out of your way here. Fingertips behind your head, rotate your torso, and let your left shoulder go to your right knee, and your right shoulder go to your left knee. Your elbows heading towards the opposite knee. Your exhale pulls that belly in, and you're just supporting a little bit. Your hands are helping you a little bit so that your neck doesn't get overworked. Lifting up your shoulder blades also helps that. Now pull your toes back and take 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. Now just hug your legs for a moment. You could even rock right and left here. And take the right leg in the air. You can hold on to your big toe with your 2 fingers and extend your left leg. Now one leg has a hamstring stretch. One leg is hovering above your roller or above the floor, so it's not resting. You're looking at your belly, and that keeps your neck soft. And hold 10 more, 9 more. This is a hamstring stretch. 2, 7, 6, good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Rest your head for a moment. Take your 2 fingers on the left hand and hold on to your left big toe. Stretch out your right leg and lift up and hold. Okay, we have abdominals on. We have a hamstring stretch on. And we have the other leg up in the air, gazing at those toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now rest for just a moment. Take both legs up in the air and put your hands beside your pelvis. Draw a circle with your legs so that your abs are still working corkscrew. Then go the other way. You inhale, and then you exhale, and you go the other way. And then exhale. And then exhale. And then exhale. So your ribs are down, your shoulder blades are down. We're doing 6 more. Legs are glued. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hug the legs in. Now we're going to go back to the abdominals. This time the right leg is up and the left leg hovers, but you're going to switch. So lift your shoulder blades, switch, single straight leg stretch, switch, and feel your abs and feel the hamstrings stretching and the abs strengthening. Now pull your toes back for another 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, you got it, 2, recover, rest, and move your roller if it's still in the way, and that way you can put your left leg long. Take your right leg into circles. We're going to take these shoulder blades and keep them on the mat. We're going to keep the ribs on the mat. And the bigger the circle, the more abdominal tone it requires. We're going to go the other way. And 2. And 3. Now before we go to the other leg, just enjoy a stretch here. Yeah, you can hamstring it. You can circle that ankle in the air. Circle it the other way. Spread out your toes. That leg goes down and take the other leg up. Now draw circles with that leg in the air. And you're going to reverse it, 10. Good, feel your abs. That leg goes in the air. Stretch it out. You got it. Just make sure that leg's getting some attention and some stretching. Both legs can go in the air. And the hands are going to go behind your head and lift up your shoulder blades. Now lower your legs a little bit and then pull them up. Try to keep your shoulder blades off the mat and lower the legs a little bit. Point and flex. This is called double leg lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hug them in for just a moment. This is called double leg stretch. So the modified is head down, arms and legs stretch, and then hug. But the harder is lift up your shoulder blades and then stretch, hug, stretch, hug, stretch, hug, stretch, hug. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then hands to your feet and let the knees be wider. This is a bound angle stretch. 5, 2. All right, now we're going to be taking 10 bicycles. So I'll show modified, which is head down and bicycle legs only. To make it harder, come up, and please listen to your body. To make it harder, your arms can cross. Your elbows can be glued if you want it harder. Good. Up, 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 and then up. All right, now once you're up there, Let's take the legs out and go into a inner thigh stretch. You could pull your toes if you want a little bit more intensity. Good. Yep. Five. We're going to take another inhale, and as you're ready, you're going to come up. If you need a sip, grab a sip. We're going to take some planks here. Good job, Pam. And when you're ready, you're just going to take a plank whenever you're ready. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Good. You got it. Stay strong in the legs. Take another inhale. And as you're ready, just exhale and go into a sphinx. You can even go into a swan. And just relax for 10. Five. 2. And then lower and let your elbows down. We're going to do a front plank again. So curl your toes, come up and hold. Good job. Great job, Pam. Feel your abs. Feel your legs long. Feel your arms strong. Rest your pelvis. Either stay in a sphinx or push up until you're in a swan. Shoulders are down. The tops of your feet are on the mat. Seven, 6, 5. Yep. Nice, Michelle. 4, 3, 2. And then exhale, third set of a long plank. Curl your toes, lift back up and hold. Your ribs a little bit, Betty. 5, up, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, great job, everybody. Let's do a swan. Hands on the floor, shoulder blades are down. Now we're going to continue with that. Lower your upper body, but then lift up your legs. Now lower your legs and then lift your hand with your hands, push up. And then lower your torso and lift up your legs. Now lift up your upper body. Lower your upper body and lift up your legs. Lift up your torso and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower, and then take your hands either beside your pelvis or interlaced. We're going to open up the back again, lift up the thighs if you can, breathe. Rest, switch which hands on the outside and go up again. And rest and bend the knees and find your feet or your ankles and go up, lift. And rest. If you'd like to take a child's pose, you can take that. If you prefer a puppy dog pose with your hips in the air, you can take that. So wherever you need, hips up or hips low. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then from here, your hands are on the floor. Now you're going to round the back like you're a cat. And then lift the sternum and lift the tailbone. And round and lift. And round and lift. Now if you want to add on, you can lift up your knees and do this with the hovering. If you want to stay where you are and work on the flexibility by itself, that is fine too. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and lower your knees. Now lift up your right foot to the sky and take your left hand to that foot or that ankle like a bow pose and push up. 10, 10. Inhale, lower that hand and that knee and take your right hand to your left foot and push up. And exhale, lower. And now go to one side. We're going to take a side plank, static, just meaning you hold all your body stable. You check in with the form cues. So bottom shoulder blades down the back, heads against a wall, hip is lifted, breathing. Lower that hip and let's take it to the other side. Going up. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, go down. Now the other side with a possible tree pose with the foot. So if you want to put your top foot on your inner thigh or your calf, you can for 10. Good. Lifting up that hip. Now we're going to lower the hip. We're going to go to the other side. If you'd like to add on a tree pose, you can. And then go up. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower down. Now one reverse table or plank, you can choose. Reverse table has the knees bent. If you're doing the reverse table, the knees are long, or the reverse plank, the knees are long. Inhale. Exhale, lower, and let's take a moment just to stretch out the wrist and the hands. So you're going to take some wrist rolls, and then wrist rolls the other way. All right. Now we're going to hold on to the ankles or to the toes. Add the same thought, Miss Betty, I'll add that here. Open up if you would like, which is a balancing pose. Shoulder blades are down the back. You can make sure you're holding onto your toes and your toes are holding you. Now a challenge is to take the legs more narrow and then wide 3 times. 1, try to balance, your shoulder blades are down the back. 2, now the third one you can actually try to straighten out your knees and hold. 10, and then lower down and then grab a sip if you need. We're going to do some roll back abs. You're going to be making sure there's enough mat behind you so your knees will be a little bent. Now you can roll back and forth, roll back. Now you may be able to go a little lower. You might be able to go all the way to your shoulders. I'm going to keep going to show you the hard. Good, Pam. If you want to do the hardest, you go all the way down, arms overhead. Exhale, peel up and over. All the way down, arms overhead. Peel up and over. Good. Inhale, keep going. Now there is a harder one that you can add on where your fingertips go to your temples, hinge, and then you roll. And you exhale and you come up and you go over. You hinge like a book. And then when you can't go anymore, you roll. You exhale up and over. Lengthen, you hinge. You roll. Exhale, peel. You lengthen, you hinge. And we're going to do one more. Up, over. Stack the spine. Hinge. And then roll. Full body stretch, arms overhead. And then take your arms underneath your ear, and you're going to do a double on your side, do double leg lifts. So your belly is pulling in, you're lifting up, and if you look down your body, you can see your toes. They're not drifting behind you. And 6, and 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now, if you would like, add on a banana boot. We'll go up 5 times. If not, just do the lower body again. 2, or get your body to the other side. 3, good. You can control the speed, and that changes it. 4, 5. Really good. Now we're going to change sides, so I'm going to be at the other end of the mat. Let your arm be a pillow, and you're going to be double leg lift up. Make sure you can see your toes down your body. 3, they're not drifting behind you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Your hand could be on your waist. 10, because that's what should be working. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now there is a bonus of 5 banana boats. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, and 1. Stay up. Ah. Now stretch out your legs pretty long. Open up like a T. I like to just double check, are both fanny cheeks even? Yeah. Are they even? And then if they are and you're good, go act like you're getting pulled up out of your spine and then stretch over. Inhale. Lengthen and then exhale. Now you may end up that you can go further. Just experience. Now remember that little thing we did at the very beginning where both fanny cheeks were even. Right here when you're stretching one arm, it's easy for the opposite hip to come off. So think about that opposite hip staying weighted to the floor even as this arm is up and over. So the right arm as it goes over, the right hip stays down. The left arm as it goes over, the left hip stays down. So you see I can go all the way down. Now find a place that feels really good to stay. You can even lift your elbow beyond the ground. Yeah, that looks great. Act like someone's pulling your arm. Yep, nice. That was good, Michelle, the way you put your hip back. Take another inhale. Stretch up. And exhale over. Now you could put your elbow down. Anchor your pelvis. So because your left arm's over, make sure your left hip is still touching. Two. Inhale, come up. Now you're gonna just make sure you have enough room. Everybody looks good. It's inhale and you're gonna rotate. Now when you can't go anymore, come back, go to the other side, rotate, and come forward. Inhale, rotate. And we are gonna add that, Pam, you got it. Rotate, rotate. Now just notice, is one side more flexible than the other? Do 4 more before we hold a stretch. Now the next time you're on a side, put your hands down and let them help you. Yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now when you're ready, inhale, both arms open. Exhale, rotate and use your hands to help you stretch. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. And then exhale, you can bring it forward, but we'll put the moves together. Open your legs like a little V. You're going to rotate. This is the saw. Stretch over to your foot. Saw off your pinky toe. Inhale, come up. Turn, stretch over that foot. Turn, rotate, reach. Now the arm that's behind you, act like someone's pulling the arm. In, rotate, both hips stay level. Inhale, even on the floor. So one hip never comes off and the legs don't shift past each other. Rotate. Rotate. How about one more on each side? Rotate. And rotate. Nice job. And then go out like a little V. Kind of put those moves together and just go to one side, And play around, see what angle you need. This is so good for posture and shoulder health and back health. As you're ready, we're going over to the other side, and you can angle it differently, maybe rotate forward, rotate back. Breathe into that rib cage. We're going to take another inhale, and as you exhale, as you go down the middle, it should be easier. So just see, don't force it, but your hands could be on the ankles and the feet, or they could be on the floor. And just another count to 60. Notice how that feels, and slowly come back up. And we're going to take a downward dog. And Betty, some of these stretches we're doing are what you and I talked about with your hiking. So they'll help the knees with all of us though. Let your hands widen and press yourself up to a downward dog. And you can tell right away that's a calf stretch. So press the heels down. As you get more flexible here, you might be able to pull your toes up. Keep pressing the heels down, keep pressing the hands, push into the mat like you're pushing the mat away from you. Bend one knee and you're going to feel one calf more. Put the other heel down and feel that calf more. Both heels down. Now we're going to push the heels up, articulate through the lower back, the middle back, and the upper back, and go into an up dog. Now if this doesn't serve you, you can always do cat-cow. Curl your toes and then push up through your upper back, middle back, and lower back, and heels pressed. Lift your heels, articulate through your lower back, middle back, upper back. Open up your heart. And exhale, tuck the chin. Articulate through your upper back, middle back, lower back. Lift. So you're just in this little ocean wave, this undulation, and just work at your own pace. We're going to do 5 total. So if you're at my pace, we're about 2 more. And exhale. And then rest, child's pose, and you can even pat yourself on the back to stretch out the triceps with this. 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1. Walk back out into a forearm plank when you're ready. Now once you're on your elbows, we're going to do a little rock and roll with the pelvis. So once you're in plank, drop the left hip a little, and then drop the right hip a little, and then the left, and then the right, and the left, and the right. Feel your obliques. 10, 7, 4, and rest your pelvis. Either your pelvis is down or you can go into a swan, hands down, and hands in pelvis or forearms in pelvis. Breathe into the upper back. All right, now we're going to turn sideways and your elbow is on the mat. Now this is a shoulder flexibility plus a plank. So when you go up into a plank, lift your top arm into circles, 5 each way, while the rest of your body stays stable. Now 5 the other way, and it's mobility, so make it stretchy, but nothing should hurt. Ooh, really nice, huh? Now lower that. Let's go to the other side. We'll grab a sip right after this. Go into a side plank and then let your arm do these really big circles. Nice, so inhale and then exhale, lower. Grab a sip and then we'll do some other side planks with the lateral flexion. So grab a sip. And then we'll do some lateral flexion. Take your elbow down and take 5 up and overs. So it's going to be a plank plus your arm goes over like you're painting a rainbow. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's do the other side. Side plank plus an arm press. 5, good. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now normal squat. Betty, if your knees are sensitive and this doesn't feel good, you can always do happy baby. But these, yeah, good. Yeah, I saw you do it the other day. So these are good for the knees, anything we're doing to stretch the feet and the lower legs. So your hands, you could add on that palm lower. Good. Good. See if that's comfortable, Michelle. You may want half an inch wider. I don't know. Let's see. You feel okay? See if that feels any better. It's like your bones, it's like your bones will feel like they're in a good place. So this is also good for the low back. Ah, that looks great. And you can add on a little cowgirl, negotiating cowgirl, just kind of open up one hip, but also that weights the other one. We'll do the other. Now if you put one foot down, you see how that isolates and you lean forward. So that's another good one. Good, everybody, for our knees. Now the other side, you can put your foot next to ooh, there you go. We needed this, didn't we? Yeah. Now both shins can come underneath and the toes are straight back. That's a little stretch for the 3 of the quads. Now you can actually put your hands behind you. You could even lift up. Good, and this is also a shoulder and a chest stretch. Pull the pubic bone under so you're not just in your low back. Good. Lower your tush for a moment and then pull your toes under. Now stretch out your feet. The toes and the feet right there have a stretch. Your hands can help you. If you need more, you can come up. Just see. Heels are straight up. Maybe you need more. That's a toe crush asana. You may not need it though, Michelle. It's already a lot. It's like so much. 5, 4. Nice. Inhale. And then exhale. Place the hands in front. Now, I'm going to have us do a left shin back and right foot forward. All right, maybe we move to make sure. Can you feel that? Good. You can lift up. Now pull your pubic bone up so you're not feeling like your low back's taking all of this, but see if you feel your back hip flexor. Yep. Ooh, now let the hands down. Now watch this, you get a hamstring stretch when you pull your toes up. You may have to walk your heel more forward, but yep. And then that should feel like hamstrings. Yeah. When you pull your pinky toe back, see how much more intense that is. Yeah, and that outer hamstring. So when you really think about pulling your pinky toe back, you lift your heart, you're breathing. Pam, we did a hip flexor and a hamstring stretch. Yeah. Yep, the stuff you like. And then take it to the other side, let your shin down. Now your other foot's forward, and I'm gonna face you, but then I'll move. So this, you could add on arms. You're gonna feel your pubic bone pull up because you don't want to be just hanging out in your back. The arms are optional. If it's too much to balance, just leave them down on your thigh. But when you pull that pubic bone up, that should really help. Looking good, Michelle. Looking good. Now we added a little hamstring where we put our hands in and pulled our toes back. If you really pull that pinky toe back, you'll feel more. And it's okay if you have to adjust your foot a little bit. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let that go. Nice job. Go back down to your belly and stretch out those legs. And then take your arms kind of like a little Y here. Lift up your right arm and your left leg, and lift up your left arm and right leg. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. And if you want it harder, all the limbs come off the mat. And you continue swimming. Rest for a moment. Now take your arms kind of like you're swimming a breaststroke. You're going to circle the arms. You can lift up your back. Make sure your neck isn't doing all the lifting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take a sphinx or a swan. Stretch out that upper back again. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower yourself back down. Good. And then we'll do one set of push-ups at square. Now square or box is like 90-degree angles in the arms and 90-degree angles in the hips. But you could also do this on the wall if you prefer, if it feels better on your wrist. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. You can actually push up and then land like a mountain lion, soft hands, bend and push up and up. Good, yep, and go all the way, all the way to vertical. 4, plyometric. 5, up, soft hands. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. And then we're going to go back down to a forearm plank. Hold your elbows down on the mat. Lift up your knees. If you would like to add on, push forward and back from your heels. It's like you're doing a calf raise, forward and back. You're going to feel more calf stretches too when you drop back to your heels. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rest your pelvis, sphinx or cobra. Nice. Now we're going to do a twist, a rotation. So you're on your belly and you're going to thread the needle, left arm through the window, right arm open, left hand on your knee, and you're in a twist. Yeah. This back should feel like it's getting a stretch. Your upper back, your lower back, your hip. Good. 3. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, you could go belly down and you can go right arm underneath the left armpit into a twist. Hand to your thigh and that kind of keeps it there. Left arm out. Ah, great. Yep. Oh. Your gaze could be towards the left arm, but you can shut your eyes as well. now you're going to lie on your back. I'm going to move this a little closer. If you need to sit, grab it. We're going to do a little psoas release. So take your block or your foam roller underneath your sacrum, like a bridge pose that's supported. So just let that be a passive. This is for your back as well, because when the psoas is tight, yeah, your yoga block will work or your foam roller. Now you can decide, would you like to do one leg long? And you could decide, would you like to do another leg long? If you're doing both legs long, usually you have to walk the roller towards your heels a little bit so that you have it more underneath your inguinal crease, not underneath your back. Now, if your arms are overhead, that was great, Michelle. That's going to increase that length. Yeah. Now, the goal is to try to relax those hip flexors. They are the link between the upper and the lower body, and they are really emotional muscles. Like if there's a stress response, they get ready to fight or run. So we want to release them right now. If your back's been feeling tight, this is a nice one. Also, it decompresses your back. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lift and release that foam roller. Now we're going to take a right ankle to left thigh, so you're in a hip opener, and just make it a figure 4. Yeah. And if you need a little foot movement here, do it here. We're also going to take the other side, ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through. If you need to spread those toes, this is a great place for that. Ankle mobility, toe mobility. Great job. Now whenever you're ready, you can take a little shavasana, resting. Let your mind relax and just see if you could take 5 full cycles of inhale and exhale without any thought. Just focus on the breath. Now whenever you're ready, you can come up towards a seated position and just take your hands at your heart and just let yourself go inside again. So in that peaceful place where there is no mind, there is peace and balance. And that is your natural state. So we'll let this intention for the next couple hours, the segment intention, be that we keep in contact with that sense of balance and peace. That's our natural state. And if we start to come out of that balance, we notice it at the early stages where it's much easier to bring back into balance. And you can always do that with a few breaths. The earlier you catch it, the easier it is to stay there. And whenever you're ready, gently come back into the room. It's so good to see you guys. Happy Monday. Thank you so much. Thanks for the extra stretches this morning. Bye. Bye, guys.